Cricket is not unknown to controversies, but while some of them can be seen as part of the process, others warrant closer investigation. Here are some disclosures by cricketers that shook the entire sporting world and showed that there is so much to be desired when it comes to discipline, empathy, and clarity. Number 1. Yuzvendra Chahal. Possibly the most disturbing revelation of all was made by Yuzvendra Chahal recently, when he said that he was once dangled from the 15th floor of a building by a drunk player in the year 2013. In a Rajasthan Royals video, the team he plays for now, Chahal said, "My story, some people know about it. I have never spoken about this. I never shared this. In 2013, I was with the Mumbai Indians. We had a match in Bengaluru. There was a get-together after that. There was a player who was very drunk. I will not take his name. He was very drunk. He was looking at me and he just called me. He took me outside and he dangled me from the balcony." Number 2. Shahid Afridi. Shahid Afridi is considered as one of the most outspoken, controversial, and yet the most entertaining cricketer of all. But in one TV interview, he made a blatantly sexist remark against female cricketers in Pakistan. In the modern world where gender equality and women empowerment have become the need of the hour, Afridi shocked everyone with his disrespectful comments for women cricketers. Afridi minced no words while saying that Pakistani women should only cook food. "Our women have great taste in their hands and they cook very tasty food," Afridi replied. He also said that his daughters will not be allowed to play outdoor sports, but indoor sports are allowed. Number 3. Robin Uthappa. On the condition of keeping the person's identity anonymous, Robin Uthappa recently revealed that he was made to sign papers forcefully to leave Mumbai Indians after the inaugural season of the IPL. He says he was threatened to do the same. "So I was, along with Zaheer Khan and Manish Pandey. I was one of the first people to be transferred in the IPL. For me, it became extremely difficult because my loyalties were completely laid out with Mumbai Indians at that point. It happened a month before the IPL and I refused to sign the transfer papers. Someone from Mumbai Indians, I won't name him, had told me that if I didn't sign the transfer papers, I would not get to play in the 11 for Mumbai Indians." Number 4. Danish Kaneria. When Pakistani cricketer Danish Kaneria said that his teammates won't eat at his place because of his religion, Pakistani cricketer Danish Kaneria once stated that his teammates wouldn't eat at his place because of his religion. He was grateful that some of the senior players like Shoaib Akhtar did treat him like everyone else. But there were players who didn't like to talk to him just because he was Hindu. "The players who didn't like to talk to me just because I was Hindu. Soon I will reveal their names. I did not have the courage to speak in this regard, but now I got the courage to speak on this issue when I heard Shoaib's statement." This isn't to single out Pakistan. Religious discrimination runs deep in society and its implications have been seen all around the world, including our country. Number 5. Herschel Gibbs. The most gifted yet most indisciplined South African cricketer in modern times incurred the wrath of seniors like Graeme Smith and Jacques Kallis. And then the batting consultant Kepler Wessels with his impetuous autobiography To the Point in 2010. He recalled his exploits of drinking, drugs and sexual orgies in addition to the infrequent criticisms of senior players in the Proteas team in his book, which he attempted to defend as open and honest. While many lauded him for highlighting the grey areas of cricket as boldly as possible, others lost respect and ceased to consider him to be a part of the Proteas team. What effectively happened is that Gibbs never turned up in national colours after this incident. Number 6. Moeen Ali. In a disgusting case of racism, an Australian player called English cricketer Moeen Ali Osama during the Ashes 2015. Moeen refrained from taking his name. "It was a great first Ashes test in terms of my personal performance. However, there was one incident which distracted me. An Australian player had turned to me on the field and said, 'Take that, Osama.' I could not believe what I had heard. I remember going really red. I have never been so angry on a cricket field." Number 7. Darren Sammy. A similar unfortunate incident happened closer home when Darren Sammy was called Kalu by players in the IPL. Initially, he did not realize what it meant and thought it was just some loving nickname. But when he realized its actual meaning and the racism involved, he felt he should have condemned it much earlier. Not just because it was offensive to him, but also because it encouraged racist remarks, which is what leads to larger issues and incidents. Number 8. Virat Kohli. When Virat Kohli revealed that on his decision to leave the T20 international captaincy, when he approached the BCCI about his decision, it was received well. There was no offense or hesitation, and he was not told to reconsider it. This was in sharp contrast to Sourav Ganguly's comments, who had said that because Kohli was asked to reconsider and because he was insistent on quitting as T20 captain, ODI leadership was also taken away from him for the sake of consistency across limited over formats. Number 9. Ross Taylor. Taylor, according to PTI reports, said that he was slapped by one of the owners of Rajasthan Royals franchise after he was dismissed for a duck against Kings 11 Punjab in IPL 2011. In the match, Rajasthan Royals led by Shane Warne was set a target of 195 by the Punjab team, but they landed way short after Taylor himself was dismissed caught leg before for a duck. Later, the team, the support staff and the management were in the bar on the top floor of the hotel. One of the Royals owners said to me, "Ross, we didn't pay you $1 million to get a duck," and slapped me across the face 3 or 4 times. He was laughing and they weren't hard slaps, but I'm not sure that it was entirely play acting. The agency quoted excerpts from the book. This surely came as a huge surprise. Number 10. Yuzvendra Chahal. We are going to finish with Chahal as well. In 2011, Chahal said that he was tied up completely and his mouth was taped by Andrew Symonds and James Franklin, who went about their night and forgot that they had left him in that state. It was in 2011, after winning the Champions League in a Chennai hotel. Chahal went on to say, "It was in 2011, after winning Champions League in a Chennai hotel. Andrew Symonds had drunk a lot of fruit juice and I was with him only. James Franklin and he tied my hands and legs and said, 'Now you have to open.' They were in so much masti, they taped my mouth and forgot all about me. The party got over and in the morning when a cleaner came, he saw me and freed me. They asked from when I have been like this and I told them from the night itself." That's scary, isn't it? We just forget that cricketers are normal people too who can have a rough time or get bullied. On that note, we are finishing this video. If you think your friends and family would also find this video informative, don't forget to share this with them, and of course, do subscribe to Simply Sports.